Okay, hi everyone. Today I received in the post the handheld Z-axis stabilizer for the Osmo Pocket, and this is going to be a really quick unboxing video, and I'll actually try and get it set up as well. So we'll see how long it takes to set it up, and we'll just get it going. Alright, so let's get straight into it. Also, there's a few questions about the device which I've had in my mind, which I've not been able to get answers to looking at other videos, so I will try to answer them today. One of those questions is, does the Osmo Pocket fit back into this little case thing? Does it fit back into there with the what do you call it, with the wide angle lens on? So everyone knows that the Freewell wide angle lens is pretty much a must have for the Osmo Pocket. I think that's pretty much a given in the Osmo Pocket using community. But the question is, do I have to keep removing that lens now because I'm going to be using this, or can I still keep the lens on? Okay, so instructions in English and in Chinese. Doesn't tell you much. Osmo Pocket mount from side to side with a thumb. Alright, so that's how to take it out. Doesn't really tell you how to set it up. That's fine, no worries. Okay, here's the bag. Excuse the really narrow angle lens. It is really narrow, isn't it? But it's as good as I've got available at the moment. Usually I would... Anyway, here's a bag. The bag's good, useful, feels quite robust. Okay, here's how it comes. Nice and neat looking. There's the lanyard. Looks useful, looks good, comfy. I'm not sure where this hooks onto. I think there's a hole somewhere to use. But that's that bit there. Okay, so it's a nice, strong, rubberized finish on this. So that's good. Let's try and keep the focus there if that's going to wake up. Alright, ooh, mobile phone holder. This is metal. That's good. That was a question mark in my head. I was worried about over tightening this, but this is all out cold hard metal, this is. So nothing to worry about in terms of over tightening with this, alright? There's the screw thing. I believe that goes into here. I'll be using that, so might as well screw it in. That's nice and firm there. It's got a nice finish to it, actually. It's got like a little STARTRC logo just there. See that? Just underneath the screw. It's got a decent finish to it. I thought it might be like relatively cheap looking, but it's actually quite decent. Okay, so this is the other side of that lanyard clip thing. Okay, and here is the actual device itself. There's the Allen key. I'm not sure where I store that away. Does that store away up here? Ooh, I think so. I think that's where it goes. Maybe I should read the instructions. Anyway, let's just put that down for a sec. Okay, so here we are. Let's pop you. Does it just come out? Do you just come out? I'm sure it does. Hello. Okay, that didn't sound too good. Did I just do the right thing there? I think I did. Alright, so when it comes out, it's quite forceful. That's got some power to it, that has. Right, anyway, so here is the actual module itself. This is hard plastic. This is hard plastic too. Reason why I chose this one over the Scotty Make Stuff one is because I would be more prone to using this. This is my preferred style. And not just that, when I remove this, I'm sure that I can get a clip to screw onto this 1/4 inch, I think they call it, screw. So I can have a clip screw on there anyway, or I can use this, so it gives me options. And I might screw like a clip onto there, so I can use this in the backpack style. So that's something I might be doing. Okay, right, so let's answer one of my questions. Okay, let's just pop this down a second and grab the Osmo Pocket. Where is it? Where did I put that down? Okay, here's the beast. Okay, so it's got the freewell wide angle lens on it. Alright, so I want to see if that will fit inside this when it's closed. Alright, so that's my question. So I couldn't find that anywhere on YouTube. I don't believe anyone's answered it, so I'm gonna answer it for myself. There's a little like what you get on a new screen protector on this. This is like a rubberized pad. Oh, that's sticking to my fingers there. There we go. Get that off. Okay, there's a rubberized pad in there to hold on to the Osmo Pocket. One apprehension I had about buying this particular 4th axis stabilizer was that it only holds on to the bottom of your device. So if I just push this in, which, you know, it's good, it feels really snug and tight the way it goes in there, so I'm happy with that. Oh, I've pushed it over the buttons. Let's get it just below the buttons there. So one of the apprehensions that I had about this was that it only really holds on to the very bottom of your device, and I was worried that it would just fling it out when it opens up. It would just go boom and your device could fall out. But it does seem quite firm, so I'm not too worried about it. But at the same time, I would rather it held your device, like just more points of contact would be a bit more reassuring. And that's the good thing about the Scotty Make Stuff one, the fact that it does give you more points of contact. Doesn't look like it came in the best condition there, if you look at that. Just there, this looks like it's got a strange mark on it too. You see that? And this is brand new, this literally came today. We're all quarantined and, well, we're all locked down, aren't we? So it's a good time to grab one of these and just do what you gotta do. Right, okay, so here we go, moment of truth. So I close this down here. Alright, and if you can see this, let's get this into focus at the right place. Look at that, the wide angle lens doesn't fit inside. For me, that's a massive letdown, to be honest. That is a massive letdown. So every time you want to use this, it'll have to be removed and replaced. Is it my lens damaged? Oh my god, I think my lens has got a bit of damage on it. Oh, the slightest bit. Oh, I don't know if you can actually pick this up on there. just on the very top edge of it. Can you see that? What are them two little dots on there? Right, anyway, so that's one question answered. We know that the wide angle lens, the freewell wide angle lens here, does not fit into the actual case itself. So I'll have to find a solution for that. That's quite annoying, to be honest. But there you go. Right. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to balance this now. According to the Scotty Make Stuff website, 4 bounces is the right place for it to be. But of course, that's probably for the Scotty Make Stuff stabilizer, not for this one. But I'm going to use that rule on this because I don't think I've seen a setup video for this one. In fact, I'll have a really quick look right now. And if I find one, I'll use that. If I don't find one, then I'll just be trying to get this set up to 4 bounces. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to time how long it takes to do it. Okay. So, yeah, I'll time it. Just get an idea of how long it takes to set this up. Hopefully it's easy. So, right. We'll go from there. Alright. Right, okay, so I'm just going to have a super quick Google. Okay, so I'll just pop this down. Okay, and I'll just pause these. Okay, can I pause this one? No, I've got to stop them. Okay, and okay, I've been messing with this now for about 15 minutes, and from all the videos that I've seen about these 4th axis stabilizers, they need to be quite bouncy. It needs to have some up and down bounce. Alright, that's what it's all about, because it's counteracting your bouncy movement. Now, looking at this, no joke, the best bounce I can get out of this is like that. That's all I can get, and that is nothing. That is too hard. That's not going to work. This takes me back. Do you remember the days before these electronic motorized gimbals existed, and we used to have those old gimbals that you used to have to balance yourself with weight and stuff like that? That's what this is taking me back to. At the moment, I don't feel too confident with this device. I don't think it's going to take out the Z-axis, the 4th axis bump and the bobbing around. I don't have a lot of confidence in this device at the moment, because it doesn't matter how I set it up, I can't get it to spring around the way it should be doing. Not just that, there are some design flaws in this. If you're holding this, you're going to have to hold this flap out of the way, because this flap wants to stay there, and there are times when this meets the actual flap itself, and that will affect your footage. That's a problem. Once you loosen the spring enough to get down to about this area where it's at its softest, and should be at quite a bouncy level, it just rests on the flap, if the flap's there. If the flap's out of the way, then it actually doesn't help at all with the up and down movement. At all, once it's down to this area here. So yeah, I've got some concerns. I'm just going to show you some footage from the Scotty Make Stuff video, just to give you an idea of the bounce that I'm talking about. Okay, watch this. Watch this bounce, watch. Look at that. It's not even possible to make this gimbal, this stabilizer bounce that much. It is not possible. It does not want to do it at all. Look, it does it again here. It resets it. Look at that bounce. So no, I've not got high hopes for this device, and I haven't even been out with it yet. So this is on setup. First impressions are not good. Not good first impressions at all. But I'm going to have to give it a shot tomorrow, and I'll let you know what I find. But right now I don't have a lot of faith in it. And of course the wide angle lens doesn't fit inside when you close it. So I might see if I can just sell this. See how it goes. But no, I'm not impressed, unfortunately. Makes me feel like I should have just spent the money and got the Scotty one. Yeah. But I really liked this. That's why I got this. That's why I got this one, because of this mobile phone setup. And I've seen some videos with it being used and it seemed alright. But using it myself doesn't seem too good. Let me show you something else that I don't like. Look at this, 1 second. I'm just going to take it off this little tripod a second. 1 minute. Let's be super quick here. Let's get it off. Okay. Right, watch this. This is not pretty. Okay, so it's closed. Did you hear the spring? The spring made a funny sound there. What's the spring doing? What is the spring doing there? I don't know what the spring is touching there, but it did something. Right, I don't think it likes this. I don't think it likes that. Let me take that off. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, what I was going to show you is how tight this was when I closed it, but it's because it doesn't like this. So that's something else that the videos don't show you when you look at this this device. It doesn't like this being left on, and I like to leave this on because you never know when you're going to stick your mobile onto it, you know. So bear in mind, if you buy the STARTRC 4th axis stabilizer, you have to take this off, keep it somewhere separate, probably lose it. This as well, you're probably going to have to take that off, or just store it when you put this into the actual stabilizer. Stick it into this bag so it's all together and safe. But when you take it out of this bag, expect that the actual wide angle lens has come off. So that's an expectation for you. And expect it to perhaps come slightly damaged. So not really in brand new condition the way it should be. All I can hope is that it does a good job. So you'll see that in the next video. Thanks for watching, and look out for the next one. Probably put it up tomorrow.